and we're only waiting for the go.
13 Hamas hostages were reportedly set to be released today in exchange for 42 Palestinian prisoners. It follows the successful transfer of dozens of hostages and prisoners on Friday.
It's like
Israel
slavery
has claimed
to
more
me.
than 50 humanitarian aid
Hostages,
trucks have been
it's
sent
like,
to northern Gaza, carrying food, water,
I have to
equipment,
stop saying
and
it's
medical
like.
supplies. Israel says the United Nations is leading the deployment of aid.
They are in good condition, and they are surrounded by our multidisciplinary teams, social workers, psychologists, nurses, and doctors.
Some of the Israeli hostages who were released by Hamas are now receiving medical attention. Health officials say 4 children and 4 women were taken to the Schneider Children's Medical Center Friday evening.
This is a
The
very,
director of
very
Hamath
complicated
Medical Center
situation.
also confirmed 11 foreign nationals were seen
It
at that
shouldn't be,
hospital are in,
however,
and
it
are in good
is.
condition.
And it's multifaceted. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
And the temporary ceasefire has allowed some Palestinians to return home for the first time since the deadly conflict began. Many have nothing to return to, with weeks of heavy Israeli bombardment destroying countless buildings. The conflict has claimed the lives of more than 14,000 Palestinians and more than 1,200 Israelis.
You can donate to help people, you know.
1.7 million people have been displaced
Oh,
in Gaza.
7 million
UNICEF
people?
says a lasting ceasefire is needed to address a humanitarian crisis in Gaza.
I know rents in Canada are ridiculous, and look what they're doing in Toronto, but could you imagine that? We can't help the country we're born in, though, and we can't really complain unless we're going to do something. Debating is great, but what does conversation accomplish? It brings awareness, but what's the next step then?
Meantime, an online petition urging Prime Minister Justin Trudeau to demand an immediate ceasefire closed Thursday with a record-setting 286,000 signatures. This is the highest number of signatures on any parliamentary e-petition. The document is calling for the Prime Minister to ask Israel to lift its blockade on Gaza and to follow international law. The government has 45 days to respond to the petition. India's High Commissioner to Canada is giving his first television interview since Prime Minister Justin Trudeau alleged the Indian government may be involved in the killing of a Sikh separatist leader on Canadian soil. India has denied the accusation, and relations between the two countries have been tense ever since. The High Commissioner
Do you know this all really does
CTV's question period and had this to say
affect
about
us?
where the
And I am
relationship
so
stands
sick
right now.
of watching. Have you ever watched Parliament, the parliamentary meetings in Canada,
and I feel that
and even in the US? They go on for hours and days and days and days.
I would say that yes.
And I've always wondered, what's the difference between a cult and a culture? Because every time I watch an American debate, it's like
more and more dialogue and probability
they have these fake answers ready and
you can
how to
catch
give
the
a
exclusive
speech
interview with
properly
Patrick
and
Ellis on Question Period this Sunday.
Ay. My brain's going in a different direction, so off I go.
Those hoping to travel between the island of Montreal
Lasha knows
and
best.
Vaudreuil-Dorion this weekend may want to
Keep
alter
care of
plans
yourselves.
to
I'll do
prepare
the
for major
same.
traffic
Bye.
as the